Hi, I'm Cheryl Ward, and I'm here with Chef Shockley and Chrissy Martin, and I am drinking the Monty Rose.
Monty Rosé.
Monty Rosé, and they are drinking Mr. Monty.
Yeah, we have the Montepulciano.
You gotta be strong to drink that one. But anyways, we're gonna talk a little bit about how you actually sip a wine and the 4 S's.
4 S's of wine.
So give me a little insight for the newbie wino.
Well, we'll just give you a little rundown. So you probably see a lot of people do these things, and now you'll know why. You start by swirling your glass. And the swirling of the glass is something you do a lot more for, you know, if you have like a Pinot Grigio, you're probably not going to swirl the glass. You want something that might be a little bit tighter, a little bit older vintage. What the swirling actually does is allow the air to break through the juice and just open up the flavors.
So would that be more of the reds then? Definitely
more reds, but there are definitely whites. You know, you have some really big oak Chardonnays that could use a little bit of that to get some true bouquet from it. So that would be the
holding
first.
Flowers.
Well, sometimes you are. Sometimes you get a nice little variety. So definitely start with the swirl, and then you're gonna sniff.
All right. And Chef, you said put it in there.
Get your nose in the glass.
Okay.
So you can actually really get the aromas in the bouquet.
You gotta smell the bouquet.
And what I was saying earlier is your tongue is actually only capable of giving you a very little bit of information, salty, sweet. Where you get a lot of the detail is from your olfactory. So when you smell something, you're going to then get the plum or the raspberry, the red fruit, the chocolate, whatever it is that comes out to you in a wine, that's where you're going to get it. So that's why you open it up with the swirl, and then you smell, and then you sip. So that third S is a sip.
Okay, and what is the 4th S?
The 4th S is a spit. And quite a few people do that when they're all about the business. I mean, you know, if you have a lot of wines to taste, yes, on your tongue it's going to seep in a little bit, but the goal is to not have so much alcohol in your system. So they get the most of that flavor off the smell, and the sip kind of finalizes it, and then they spit it out so that they can see how long it lingers and kind of how long the finish is and what you would.
So the longer that it lingers, the better, or
definitely you want a nice long finish on a wine. So those are the 4 S's, and there's lots of ways to variate from the.
Well, I would say this: when you talked about the smell of stuff, that would really tie with like eating foods and stuff.
Definitely.
Because just like you would pick out perfumes, you smell coffee beans to make sure that you're getting the right smell. But every time you eat something different with these, I always feel like there's a different taste. You know, if I have my chocolate with my red wine, or a steak, or poultry, or something like that.
Definitely.
Cheese.
And all of that, and just enhances the flavor that ends on your mouth, even though a lot of it comes from your nose, from what you smell. So.
Well, thank you so much for enlightening me on my wine drinking. I definitely want to start becoming a wine connoisseur.
Well, I would say don't spit. What's the point of drinking wine?
Yeah, I don't want to waste it.
It's funny, wine drinking is supposed to be such a noble adventure. It should be fun. It's one of the few places you can go and you can actually slurp and spit and get away with it and just